Greetings friends, I am so glad that you are here joining me today because we are going to be unboxing the GlobeIn Bake Box as well as putting it to use to make some pantry friendly pumpkin muffins. So I'm excited to dive in, so let's go ahead and jump into the unboxing. If you aren't familiar with GlobeIn, they are hands down one of my all-time favorite subscription boxes. You can buy individual Artisan boxes on their website for $60 each, but you can subscribe and every month you can get a different curated box for as low as $43. And like I said, this is the bake box, so it's themed to include artisan-made items from all over the world for baking. So inside you can see the inside of the box is this beautiful bright blue pattern, and right on top of the boxes you will always find one of these little pamphlets. And I love these pamphlets because it goes into the details behind all of the items in the box. So you can see a little sampling of what it comes with. There's a little message from the Artisan box curator. And then as you can see, there are pictures of the actual artisans behind the items you receive in your box. So it really brings you just closer and more connected with the people behind the goods. And they're all artisans, everybody is fairly paid, and the items are gorgeous. It's definitely something to love. So diving into the actual items, we have some protective paper here, which I always prefer to bubble wrap. Okay, so let's start with these two items. We have a box and a bowl. Looks like a bowl. All right, so here is the bowl. It feels like metal. The inside is gray and it has this blue rim. So we can reference our book real quick to find out more about it. It is the enamel mixing bowl, handmade in India, fair trade. So there you go, you can see the people and the item. And its suggested use is to use as a mixing bowl for your batters, doughs, and salads. Ooh, and I just turned a page, and there is a white chocolate macadamia nut cookies recipe, which sounds amazing. I'm gonna have to make that one another time. So let's see what's inside this box. There we go. And it looks like it's a very carefully packaged item. It's so beautiful. Oh, here, let me open it this way so you can see it with me. There we go. So it's this really cute, feels like ceramic canister with this orange motif on it, and it has a lid, and there's the top of that. And it looks like there's a name on the bottom. So let's find that in the book next. So down here at the bottom, it has a suggested use for every item, and this time it says fill with sugar or coffee for storage. And this one is also fair trade, handmade in Morocco. Coming back to the box, we have another box in the box, so let's move on to that. Another very carefully packaged item. And inside, look at that beautiful orange and light blue pattern. Has a little handle here for holding, and referencing our handy dandy book here. This is the ceramic measuring cup. This is also handmade in Morocco, fair trade, and it measures 1 cup. So it is food safe, ceramic, hand wash recommended. So we can use this for measuring our 1 cup increments. And I believe there are 2 more So we have this here, which is a rolling pin, which I have never actually owned, and I'm so glad to have one because there have been multiple times I have needed one. And to find out a little bit more information about it, we have the French rolling pin, and it is handmade fair trade in Tunisia. It is natural olive wood. It's 12 inches, hand wash only, and oil after use. So I don't have any rolling that needs to be done, but I do know a way that we can use that for our pumpkin recipe. And our final item I see here, they are all individually wrapped. And hopefully you can see this, but the measurements are stamped on each of the handles in both milliliters and teaspoons, which is great because I have come across plenty of recipes that are in either one. So that's everything that comes in the GlobeIn Bake Box, and I am so excited to dive into our pumpkin muffins, so let's jump in. The first step in making these pumpkin muffins is to preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we're going to prepare 2 flax eggs by mixing 2 tablespoons of ground flax with 6 tablespoons of warm water. This mixture is going to turn gelatinous, but it needs some time to do that, so that's why we start with this first and set it aside while we do the rest of the steps. Next, we're going to use our enamel mixing bowl to mix the dry ingredients together, which is flour, sugar, baking soda, salt, and cinnamon. Once our dry ingredients are fully combined, we're then going to mix in the wet ingredients, which are the melted coconut oil, the vanilla extract, the pumpkin, and flax eggs. You'll see here that the flax seed has gone thick and gelatinous, and that's exactly what we want when we're mixing it into our batter. I find a rubber spatula to be the most effective mixing tool for me because it scrapes things out of cans easily, it scrapes things out of bowls easily, and I can use the flat side to mash any lumps that are in the batter. Here is where the French rolling pin comes in handy. If you don't have a crushed version of a nut, you can take some parchment paper and fold the nuts into it and then use a rolling pin to crush them. Here I only had pecan pieces, which are a little large for muffins, so I just fold it up, flip it over, and use the rolling pin to roll over it and crush them into smaller pieces. Once the pieces are crushed, just flip that packet over, open it up, and dump it into your batter using the rubber spatula to fold those pieces into it. Then line or grease a muffin pan and divide the mixture into the 12 cups. I find an ice cream scoop does this perfectly. And finally, we bake for 20 minutes. The tops of the muffins should spring back when they're done, and a toothpick should come out dry when inserted into the center. These muffins are sweet and so moist, and they stay moist for about 3 to 5 days as well. Not only do they taste amazing, but you also get the health benefits of pumpkin and pecan as well. In the blog post, I'll also have instructions for how to make it no oil and lower sugar, so make sure to check that out. And pin it while you're there so that you always have the recipe on hand for when you need a pantry-friendly muffin that tastes amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I can't wait to chat with you again in my next video.